What happens when two brothers raised in the age of YouTube end up as mega internet stars? Sit back, relax, and get ready for a deep dive into the whirlwind world of the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. To truly understand the Paul brothers saga, we need to rewind the clock and revisit their upbringing. These two siblings, Jake and Logan, started as inseparable companions, their bond strengthened by the shared dream of conquering the digital world. But as they began to amass followers and subscribers on YouTube, their relationship evolved into a fierce sibling rivalry that would leave everyone hanging onto their screens. In the midst of this sibling rivalry, one thing remained constant: an insatiable desire to outdo each other. Whether it was views, subscribers, or the coveted stacks of cash, Jake and Logan Paul always aimed to one-up each other at every turn. Surprisingly, this fiery competition became the secret sauce to their massive success, pushing both brothers to greater heights in the world of online content creation. Fast forward to today, and the Paul brothers have outgrown the confines of YouTube. They've ventured into the world of business, boxing, and wrestling, pulling in massive crowds and pay-per-view numbers that make your head spin. Their achievements are undeniable, but their relationship is still a simmering cauldron of complexities. Picture this: August 8th, 2023. Logan extends an invitation to Jake to appear on the Impulsive podcast. Both brothers have just secured epic victories in their respective sports. Logan has triumphed over Ricochet in the WWE, while Jake has emerged victorious in a high-profile boxing match against none other than Nate Diaz. It should have been a moment of brotherly pride, right? Well, brace yourselves, because what unfolded during this podcast episode was anything but heartwarming. Within half an hour, the atmosphere grew tense as Logan broached the topic of wanting to fight Tommy Fury. Jake, never one to back down from a challenge, chimed in, asserting that it was his business to handle. The fireworks began when Logan claimed that Jake snatched the Nate Diaz fight from him, and that he's been lenient with his opponents.
But Nate chose you over me.
Is it
Why?
because-
No. Why would Nate do that?
But Ariel Helwani asked him to his face, and he said because his brother hasn't fought anyone in a real fight, he hasn't knocked out any MMA fighters, he wanted the most real, professional, legitimate fight. That's what he said.
The tension was palpable as the brothers exchanged verbal blows, with Logan even daring to assert that he's a better boxer than Jake, citing his showdown with Floyd Mayweather as proof. It was like watching a verbal boxing match, where the punches were words and the stakes were brotherly pride. What's truly remarkable is that when Jake attempted to offer some brotherly support, Logan doubled down, making the entire conversation revolve around him. It was a riveting and often cringe-worthy sibling showdown that left viewers glued to their screens. Now, let's talk about the support, or lack thereof. It's no secret that Jake Paul has his fair share of haters, but on this particular podcast episode, the comment section was flooded with support for him. Logan, on the other hand, let his jealousy shine through. He was trying so hard to belittle Jake's achievements that it was just plain sad to witness. The drama didn't stop there. Just 9 days after the podcast was released, Jake took to his own platform to spill the tea. He opened up about Logan's envy and jealousy, genuinely wondering why they couldn't just be on the same team. It was like watching a reality TV show, except these were real feelings, real emotions, and a real family caught in the spotlight. And it turns out, this sibling rivalry isn't a recent development. Logan apparently never respected Jake as a kid, which stings even more when you realize how close they used to be. It's a revelation that cuts deep, showing that the foundation of their relationship has been shaky since childhood. But wait, there's more to this story. Remember Alyssa Violet, Jake's ex-girlfriend? Well, their relationship was a roller coaster, with Jake often treating her poorly. However, the plot thickens when you discover that Logan, fully aware of all the details, decided to engage in a romantic liaison with her while Jake was away. It's a jaw-dropping twist that takes sibling rivalry to shocking new heights. But the saga doesn't end there. Logan's entitlement takes center stage when he passionately argues about not being allowed to promote his energy drink Prime during Jake's fight against Nate. He expected a free pass, even though it would have directly undercut the event's sponsor, Celsius. Logan's sense of entitlement in this situation is hard to ignore, as he insists that he should be allowed to flaunt his brand without repercussions. What's even more astonishing is that just 9 months prior to this argument, the roles were reversed and Logan found himself in a similar situation. Jake had blurred out Logan's brand's logo on a parachute because it was seen as competition for Jake's business. Logan's response then was far from accepting, revealing a glaring double standard that's hard to overlook. It's clear that Logan's primary focus is Logan himself. He's more than willing to put his interests first, often with little regard for how his actions impact Jake. The Netflix documentary about Jake's life was supposed to be a monumental moment for him, a chance to shine a light on his personal journey. However, Logan managed to make it about himself, even in his brother's moment of glory. They've gone from best friends to bitter rivals, and while their story may have its fair share of ups and downs, one thing remains certain: it's not over yet. Thanks for tuning in.